So what is up guys, it's Vignesh here from Tech Detour, and in this video we'll be doing a full review with the pros and cons of the Moto G5 Plus. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the device with me has got 4 gigs of RAM and 32 GB of internal storage, which sells for about 17,000 rupees on Flipkart as of May 2017. There's also another version of this device which has 3 GB of RAM and 16 GB of internal storage for 15,000 rupees. When it comes to the build quality, it feels really premium and compact in my hands. The back is fully metal and it's got Gorilla Glass 3 screen protection, so you don't have to worry about that. But personally, I didn't like that camera bump, which kinda makes this phone a little bit ugly. Phones like the Moto Z had the same kind of camera bump, but it was made like that to use Moto modes. But since there's no modes for the Moto G5 Plus, I think that it was not necessary to give this camera bump. This dual SIM phone comes with a dedicated microSD slot, which means that you can use 2 SIM cards and a microSD card with this device at the same time. And it's capable of supporting SD cards up to 256 GB of storage. It also supports adaptable storage, which means that the microSD storage can be used as the internal storage of this device. It comes with Android 7.0 Nougat with a stock-like experience, which I personally prefer over the heavily themed complex UIs. Okay, so now let's talk about the display. The Moto G5 Plus has got a 5.2-inch Full HD display which has a pixel density of 425 pixels per inch, so it feels really sharp. And one thing that I noticed is that the screen can go really bright indeed. Moving on to the battery, it's got a non-removable 3000 mAh battery. You might feel that the battery would be a deal breaker for this phone, but trust me, it can easily last for a full day without any issues. Plus, it supports fast charging. So I think that you don't have to worry about the battery while considering to buy this phone. Now let's talk about the processor of this device. It's powered by Snapdragon 625 SoC, which may not be as powerful as the Snapdragon 650, but since it's made with the brand new 14nm architecture, it's really power efficient and there are no major heating issues at all. It was actually a pleasure to game in this device. Even the most intense games like Asphalt 8 ran really smooth in this device. Now we're gonna talk about the major selling point of this device. Yes, the camera. Most of the people buy this phone mainly because it's got an awesome camera. It's got a 13 megapixel rear facing camera with f1.7 aperture and a 5 megapixel front facing shooter. The rear facing camera of this guy can actually take 120 fps video at 720p. Which means that you can actually go slow-mo. It generated some really great images with both the front as well as the rear facing camera. You can check the samples yourself. Okay, so now let's move on to the pros and cons of this device. The main plus point in this device is obviously the camera. As mentioned before, it's one of the best camera devices that you could get in this price range. You'll also get electronic image stabilization with this device, which means that your footages will be more stable. The fingerprint sensor in this device is also really awesome. The device is splash proof, which doesn't mean that you can take this guy for swimming with you or something, but it can protect your device from small amount of splashes or from the rain. And the fast charging support, NFC, the display and the dedicated microSD slot can also be counted as a pro. Okay, so when it comes to the cons, I would say that the phone is a little bit overpriced. If you don't really care about the camera at all, you can go with the Redmi Note 4 or the Lenovo P2. The next problem with this device is that Motorola has skimmed the compass sensor with this device, which means that if you're in a place where the GPS connection is not there, like somewhere inside a mall or something, you may not get accurate directions. But it won't be a deal breaker if you don't use GPS navigation much often. So as a conclusion, I would say that the Moto G5 Plus is a great all-rounder and it's got one of the best cameras in the market. If you're in a really tight budget and if you're planning to buy the 16GB variant, I would strongly recommend you to consider the Xiaomi Redmi Note 4 or the Lenovo P2. So that's it guys, it was my opinion about the Moto G5 Plus, and if you did like this video, please smash that thumbs up button, and if you're not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. Thank you for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one.